Hey everyone, Ian here, and this time we're looking at our Golf Mk4 R32. Now this thing is a little bit special in Australia as we only got 200 releases of these. Of the ones that are on the road, there are probably a few that are no longer in existence, and this one has been rescued. This is number 18 of 200, as you can see by the number plate there, and it sounds and looks amazing now. However, the same thing cannot be said about the interior. So just check this out and you can see just how old and tired everything is looking, especially when it comes to the leather. It's all pretty much been baked under the sun. It's all shrunk, the stitching has come undone. The leather is not soft and pliable anymore and needs some love. Now, if you're lucky enough to own a Mk4 Golf R32, let me know in the comments below how your leathers are. Are they in this condition? Are they in really good condition? Or are they somewhere in between? So now that this car's engine has been refreshed, the exterior has had some bodywork, new front and rear bumpers, it's definitely time to pay attention to the interior. So Joel and I removed the front seats, we removed the rear seats, and what I did is also sourced some seat pads, so the rear seat pads from a Bora, because they have much better padding than the Golf R32 stock ones. Gave everything a little bit of a clean and then sent the seats off to get retrimmed. So if you look at the seat pads here, you can see that they're quite flat, and if you just rewind a little bit, the Bora seat pads have much more padding, much better shape to them, I think. And getting to the exciting part, reinstalling the newly retrimmed seats. Installing the front seats, we needed to be super careful, so just laid down this towel to make sure the center console didn't get any damage. So there's one seat down and one to go. Alright, so now that the Golf Mk4 R32 seats have been retrimmed, half leather, half alcantara, this is how Golf Mk4 number 18 of 200 in Australia is looking now.